Quick and dirty time, yet another central idea question, again for August SAT test takers. So, why are we going through so many of these? Because these are more advanced and you guys want them, and you guys need to know this for the test. That's everything on the channel, right? So, how do I recognize the central idea question? Let's look at, as always, what the question asks. What does the test most strongly suggest about whatever? Any of the questions that are pretty much, what does the text say about something? That's central idea. What does the text say about blank? That is central idea. Okay. And now, about ants that produce a strong pheromone. We know from that this is a science phenomenon question. Okay. So this is central idea, science phenomenon question. That's what it is. Central idea, science phenomenon. So this is a little bit different from science discovery. Science discovery is they find out something that we didn't know before. Okay. So it's like, oh, we didn't know this. Recent discovery. Wow, good job. This one, science phenomenon, is a little bit more boring. It's just what you would find in a textbook. This is what happens in nature. Okay. So for the science phenomenon question, this is going to be one of the questions that really carries this principle to the fullest, which is less extreme the answer, the better. The less extreme the answer, the better. That means they will really want to do the wrong answers being a little bit too extreme, and that's why they're wrong, okay? Because these science passages, the science phenomenon, there isn't that many, there isn't a lot of like complexity to them. It's just information that's being delivered to you straightforward. This is why, once I recognize scientific phenomenon, I have to watch out the most. The simpler the passage, the more trickier the answer choices are likely to be, okay? So take a second to read through this. I'll read through it, right? You can pause the screen and read. Okay. So what are we asking about? We're asking about ants that produce a strong pheromone. Now, my actual answer would be ants that produce a strong pheromone are trying to bring back the aphids. They're trying to provide defense, blah, blah, blah. Just like in the other central idea questions, the actual central idea is probably not going to be the answer because that's how College Board is. Love you guys. So let's look here. These ants are more likely to thrive than darker ants were. Well, what happened? So the word however is important. In case of environmental disturbance. So I know all the stuff here is happening because there was some type of trouble. If there's some type of trouble, why would they be thriving? Yeah? Okay, so that one is out. And let's see. Also this one. Because, so this they do a lot, okay? Attempt to recover is not the same thing as recovered. Okay. So in the text we had these ants are trying to recover from some type of bad thing. Does that mean that they succeed in doing that? Well, you know, I broke my wrist like 8 weeks ago or something like that, right? I'm attempting to recover, but it still doesn't bend. You see that? Like it's supposed to bend, doesn't bend. Okay. Or, you know, I'm attempting to get, I don't know, guys, what's our goal? 50,000 subscribers, something like that? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. We're attempting to get there. Are we there? No, we're just a humble channel at the moment, right? My brother is attempting to be a millionaire. Hope he gets there, you know. He said he'll buy me a car. Anyway, attempt to recover is not the same thing as recovered, right? Any attempt is not the same thing as success, okay? So that's why answer choice B is there, because it says they're trying to recover, right? Did they succeed? I don't know. Okay, so that's out, okay? So I took out both of them, A and B. Now let's look at C and D. Which one of these is better? You guys can probably guess at this point. Can you? Maybe? Yeah. So the answer here is C, because they have likely been subjected to stressful environmental conditions. Stressful environmental conditions just comes from environmental disturbance. That's it, right? It doesn't add any more information than what was in the text. That's it. Very minimum, non-extreme, nothing answer, okay? Whereas answer choice D, they're more susceptible to damage from strong acids. Okay, we do have acid because of here. Where do I have damage from acid? Nowhere, okay? So this is the thing that you want to watch out for. It's like, oh, it had the word acid, it had the word defense, so I thought maybe. Stop yourself there, okay? If I'm going, I thought maybe, you're going down the very trap that SAT set for you, okay? Don't do that, okay? All I want to do is just take this phrase, just take it, and put it in the answer choice, okay? Take it, put it in there, yeah. That was kind of painful. Anyway, so it's a scientific phenomenon question. Like I said, very little complexity to these questions. You want to go with the answer choice that says as least information as possible, Okay? So all I know is, okay, when bad stuff happens, the ants do this. How do I know it's bad stuff? Environmental disturbance. That turns into stressful environmental conditions. That's it. Environmental disturbance, stressful conditions. That is it. No more thinking. That's it. Even though this is supposed to be an advanced question, it's a central idea of science phenomenon. Okay? So as you guys know, make sure you identify what question it is and then adjust your approach accordingly, according to my videos, right? Our videos. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Study every day with me, Sexy J. That's the best way. Y'all know. Bye-bye.